In today's video, guys, we're going to look at Scrap Mechanic, a brand new game that we're going to bring to the channel. Hey, it's Dan, and welcome back to Unified Gaming. As we've said, we're going to look at a brand new game called Scrap Mechanic. Now, Scrap Mechanic is a game that you can buy on Steam, and it's got 3 different modes: challenges, where you build stuff, survival, and creative. We're going to do a let's play focusing on the survival mode, but to kind of mix it up a little bit, we're going to do it as a multiplayer where friends can join in. So a friend of mine called Reese, maybe some of you guys could come in later on as well. And the whole idea is that you basically go out, try to survive by sort of farming for resources, collecting, scavenging from buildings, battling robots, as you can see. And it's a very kind of just chilled and relaxed game. So what I want to do is kind of bring something a bit more lighthearted to the channel so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy. So we're going to jump straight in. Okay guys, so we've just spawned into our brand new world. All of the worlds on this kind of game are kind of procedurally generated, so they're pretty large, there's different tiles and it's kind of stitched together, so every world is slightly different. But we've landed and we've actually crash landed, so it's not too great for us so far. We have 2 tools, a hammer and a little lift thing, which is pretty cool. And we also have a wild Reese over there. So Reese will be obviously in and out of the episodes. He might speak sometimes, he might not, but he will be helping behind the scenes. So he's kind of like our sort of fairy godmother kind of thing. He'll be kind of helping us get the stuff we need. We've done a little bit of playing before, and it went horrifically wrong, like horrifically wrong. We were so bad at the game. We've since done a bit of practicing, but we're by no means any experts. But what we do know is kind of what to do to start the game pretty quickly and efficiently early on. So we're going to kind of go through that, and in this episode our plan is to have a car that is actually functional and maybe even reach the next part that we need to get to in this kind of game, which you'll find out in a moment. So Reese is going to go and get all the farming stuff. I'm going to go and harvest all these goodies. Look at this. So these give you like loads of cool stuff. We've got some like sunshake, food, and I'm going to explore that tower in a little bit and then hopefully fix this ship somewhat. So I'll see you back when we're at the tower. So we've just reached the building. We're going to go upstairs and we're going to get a bucket, which actually is really, really useful. So honestly, scavenge everything. Like anything you see, you want to pick it up because it will make your life way easier. And as we go up here, I know there's a few enemies from playing it previously, but beyond the kind of the first starter zones, we don't really know much else. So we're going to look around now. He's in here somewhere, but where is he? Oh, there he is. Charge! So 1 dead, there's another one. 2 and 3, and he's dead as well, so they're both dead. They're the easiest enemies you can get in the game, so don't think, oh, you know, that's as hard as it gets. It gets much harder, to like the point where you get some things that you can't even kill with this hammer, so yeah. But yeah, as I said, our plan for this kind of series is kind of just showcase really what we do. As lots of you know, I mainly play the Elder Scrolls Online, where I make like crazy builds, you know, wardens and all sorts of stuff. And in this, I kind of want to do the same, really. Make sort of crazy builds. It's an engineering game, and well, I want to see what I can do to kind of break the game in a way that is balanced. So yeah, we'll see what we can get up to in that. But I'm going to quickly loot the rest of this building, then regroup with Reese, and we'll kind of try and get that car pretty quick. So I'll see you in a second. I've just got to the top of the building, and there's a master battery, which you must grab, so hold the right mouse click. You can go up here to get a few more goodies, and there's someone down there. But I think that's most of the stuff in this building. And the big thing you want to know with this game is that it's pretty much free to play of how you want. Like there's just so much freedom, you can create whatever you like. It's really limited by your creativity, and for me that's a really cool thing, like being able to do what I want, how I want, you know, that's like an amazing sort of opportunity. So we're going to quickly get all of this stuff as we've said, and yeah, I might show at the end of the video some bloopers, kind of what we had from last time, which I did actually save and record because yeah, they are quite funny. So we'll be back in a moment with Reese. So I'm still on my travels. I've come to a second building, and let's see what we're in. Oh, yeah. These things come in here are called hay bots, and they are pretty nasty because they swing and they hit really hard. If you jump back there like this, you've got a good chance of hitting them without them hitting you. They still can, but it just makes it way easier. So from playing this last time, like we really ruined the sort of the start of the game. Like honestly, it was so bad. Like what you can do in kind of 10-15 minutes of gameplay took us about 40 minutes just because we were trying to learn the game. So we're kind of sort of speed running it kind of thing to get to where we were basically. And Reese has actually started this really cool mechanic, which is kind of called raids. So the idea is that when you build your base, you generally need food to survive in most survival games. The issue though is that actually it triggers an event where you get attacked. So they will summon enemies to attack your base. So it kind of gives you some kind of like zombie type mode where you have to really hold up against like the horde to stay alive as long as you can, and well, let's get him. And so I think for me, it's those kind of little differences to your typical survival game that makes it more interesting. Like you can still make stuff, but you also got like stuff to kill and your base can be attacked, and it just makes it more fun. But we're going to loot this building, regroup with Reese, get all the stuff we need, and hopefully get a car. We've just cleared that warehouse, and he's not happy, so we've just killed one of those. Yeah, so if you do get this game, like the first kind of hour is really just farm and just get stuff killed really quick. But once you get past that, it's definitely worth getting because there's so much more to do. So like, I've literally just cleared all of that building, went and cleared all of that building there, and I'm on my way back now to Reese. And as you look around, you will see bots and stuff start to spawn in the night. So you do need to keep an eye out. And what we're going to do is we're going to have to try and defend the first raid because Reese decided to do some farming when we don't have a base. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And you're probably going, the screen looks really light, but on my end, it's actually really, really, really dark. I've just buffed the contrast, sorry. So it's a little bit lighter for you than it is for me. So it's actually really hard to see. So we'll regroup with Reese, do the raid, then build our car and kind of call it there. Okay, we have reached Reese. Reese has got back. So Reese here has been quite busy. He's been building a lovely farm, and these are very interesting vegetables. So I think these are carrots. Yeah, that's definitely a carrot. Look at that. It looks so odd. Like, they're just really weird crops, like how they look. It's really silly. But this kind of game, it's got 2 hours and 25 minutes. That's actually 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So every hour is 1 minute. So actually, we're going to get attacked any moment. There's a dude over there, I think. See a little light in the distance. I could be mistaken. I'm gonna investigate, Reese. I think that's a bot. There's something over there glowing. Oh, it's something you've killed. You've killed something over here, Reese, and you just didn't pick it up. I hear something. I definitely hear something. Oh, we're going to go back. That doesn't sound too great. We're going to go back and find where Reese is and stay safe. Safety in numbers and all. And we'll hold off to that raid. Reese is watering the crops. Reese, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, mate, but it's not going far enough. And he can hear me, by the way. So yeah, your bucket was sadly not going far enough. So I'm going to go up here and just help you water these crops. So we're watering these. You can use these as well against the bots and like, sort of stun them. So you can go like, and just throw water at them, which is pretty cool. It's a cool little mechanic. So we'll be back in a minute or so when the bots are going to attack, and we'll do the little raid. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and they are now incoming. So there's a bot over there. There's one there. I'm going to get the left side, Reese. You get the right side. So I'm going to go with this one. I've got a few here. Let's see if we can stun him. Now, these ones are immune to water. This is like the easiest raid. So, yeah. And what's really nuts is they can actually damage your base. So, like, you have to actually be careful because they will try and destroy this and anything nearby. So, anything... Oh, we've lost some crops, Reese. Or unless you harvested.
I've harvested.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you need the crops because that's kind of like the money in this game as well. It's really silly. So like getting the crops is basically like having money, which you can use to buy stuff with traders, and so it's really, really valuable. And you also need it to survive because you've got hunger and food bars. So it's kind of two purposes. From playing before, by the way, just a little tip for all of you guys to save you the pain that we had, pick up the soil. Like I can't emphasize that enough. We did it before and we forgot to pick up the soil. And yeah, that did not go well for us. It took us ages to get some soil bags. And then as for this stuff here, you can like literally harvest it all. So we'll just pick up that, carry that in my inventory, carry that. So like most of the world, you can literally just break or pick up, which is pretty cool. And you can combine it in any way you want to make vehicles and bases and stuff. So it's pretty neat. Reese has just chopped the tree down, so we'll help him chop the trees down and harvest them. And then we'll get back to building a car when it's sunrise. So we'll be back over there in a moment by the ship. So we're back, guys, we're at the ship, and now we need to make our new car, but we have to repair this first. So when you get inside, it's filled with fire, and Reese has been very helpful and just basically put it all out for us, which is like awesome. And there's also a bed in here as well, which you want to use just to reset your spawn point, but break your back in the process. Look at that. It's a bit awful. So you basically throw all the water in here, get rid of all the fire, and then you want to go to this place, and we pick up a master battery, which is over here somewhere. There's our master battery. We put him here, and our job is just to place him in there. It turns this on, and we can then go craft all the things we need in order to make our car. And our first car, sadly, is going to be pretty pants. There's no getting around that. So we'll craft an engine. We need some wood from Reese to then make a chair. We need some bearings, which are kind of what lets the wheels turn. And you can only craft one thing at a time with this thing. So I'm going to craft everything we need, and we'll be back in a moment. So we're now back, guys. We've got all the stuff we need, which is awesome. So first thing you want to do is get, obviously, your lift out. You can use up and down arrows to move it up and down. You want some blocks, so wood. I have those here. I've got loads in my inventory, so we've got plenty of wood. And we need to build a kind of a structural frame. So I'm going to try and make, I think, just a very basic car, nothing fancy. But we need it to kind of work. So I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to put my chair on here. So I've got a chair around here. Here it is. That's going to go here. Just rotate that. We need to make a chair for Reese. So we're going to put a Reese's chair. He can be on the back, and he can look the other way. There we go. Let's just put that centre. So he can face the other way. So he can keep kind of look out for anything behind us. And then we now need to build some wheels, which we have over here. Little tip, which I didn't find out until playing it. Basically, if you put this here, this doesn't turn. Like, you need to put it on a bearing, which will make it turn. So we're going to make a little L kind of bit sticking out here, bit sticking out here. I'm going to go and make this steer. So I want to kind of turn it left and right, because it's not going to turn otherwise. So one there, one there. We're going to put our little bend here. A little bend here. So we can then use this to help kind of twist it back and forward, which is awesome. And you can always take blocks off as well, which is another option. You could also weld it like this, and you can weld it under here, which is what I did last time. I think this is slightly better. So we're going to put that there, put a wheel on, so we can kind of turn it on that joint rather than turn this. So what you'll find is that if we did this, we jumped in the seat, when I obviously turn it, it doesn't move properly. So I can actually use this one though, connect to the seat, and then when I would turn this handlebars, that will turn once we're not locked in place. So we need to do it that way. So move that out of the way. Trying to do a better job than my last one, which I tried to make a motorbike, and we found out that's not really a great starting vehicle, surprisingly. So that's going to go there. Now I need to put a bearing here to be able to make the wheel be able to turn. Otherwise the wheel's going to be locked in place. So we'll quickly move that out of the way, do the same on this side here, so it actually can turn because it won't rotate. We can then connect this up to go, look, these are our turning bearings. We need to put some wheels on the back. So we're going to make 2 more bearings really quick. They're nice and easy to craft, thankfully. So we've got 1 there. Now we've got our final bearings, and we're going to just finish our vehicle here and here. As I said, this is nothing fancy, but this is 1 block down, so we need to make it exactly the same. So I'm going to use the corner pipes again, just to give it some kind of similarities. Make it sort of symmetrical. Bearing goes here, bearing goes here. I think Reese has already spotted my mistake. I've already made a mistake. As you can tell, I'm not the best at this game yet, but I can make functional stuff. Let's see if Reese can work out what's wrong with the vehicle. I'll take my lift off. You ready, Reese? Do you want to give it a test ride? Like,
there's no engine.
Yeah. So yeah, when you make a vehicle, you need to place an engine. So yeah, I do have an engine on me somewhere in my inventory of Chaos. Not quite sure. There it is. This is number 4. So I put my engine here. We need to hook this up to the wheels we want powered. So I want to power this one. and this one, and this one. But you can see you can only do 2 at this moment, so you can upgrade them later on. So we're going to disconnect them and power our back wheels and use our front wheels for steering. And the last thing is you must put fuel inside it. So you need to get our fuel here. Just drag our fuel inside. We have a choice of max speed or no max speed. It's not working, Reese. Oh, my steering's inverted as well. Let's just turn our steering round. Turned around. No, Reese, our car, it's running off. It's running off.
You've not linked up to the seat to the engine.
Yeah, let's turn it off. Let's turn the fuel off. Let's turn it off. So, yeah, what I basically did is I had it set up so that when this is on, power's going to go here, but we can't turn it on or off with the steering wheel, which we obviously need to. We need to actually use the throttle. So make sure you connect it to the steering wheel, or it will not. It will do that. It will just drive off without you, and you have to walk. So we can put on max now, put our fuel back in without any worry that it's going to kind of, drive off without us. Reese has added all of this stuff here, which makes it really heavy. I don't know if it's going to be any good.
It's more so I don't weigh it down on the other end.
I don't think you're that heavy, Reese.
I don't know. Might need a diet.
Yeah, this is so bad, isn't it? So your first car, as you can tell, is really bad. But I have to say, compared to our first version, we did last time we tried to do this, would you say this is better, Reese?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it's faster, it actually turns, and it also stays on kind of all 4 wheels, whereas I tried to make a motorbike and we tried to make a tricycle, and yeah, it just didn't work, any of that stuff. So we've just arrived to a really cool little village, which these are like throughout the kind of world, and you can harvest all the stuff. So like we can pick up the fences, you can break them if you really want. You can harvest the blocks here. So there's loads of cool things you can get from these. So these are actually really useful to find. And as I said, there's things inside here. We can pick up things that are useful in the world. So we're going to harvest what we need and then kind of see where we go from there. So we're going to kind of wrap this episode up here. And I said for the next kind of couple minutes, there'll be a few bloopers from our first attempts where we really kind of messed up. And you can kind of learn how to play the game properly, having seen this episode so far. But if you do like these kind of videos and you want to see more kind of scrap mechanic, then obviously like, comment, share. And with that said, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. So thanks for watching. Take care and bye. I'm only joking.
My bike works now.
Oh, does it work?
No.
Reese,
This is fine.
so this is how you use the motorbike. Forwards go forward, isn't it?
Yes.
Because my engine's not
Are you
moving. Yeah, have you wired the wheels up?
No, there we go.
Okay. You know those times where you got your friend is like, "I told you so." This is like one of those moments. Where... Okay, yeah. I don't think going any higher is going to make much difference for us. Okay, we're going to scrap the motorbike idea. We're going to come back together in a few moments with like YouTube magic, and we'll have a car, maybe a trike. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're back, and Reese has convinced me that this will work. The motorbike idea, as we just saw, was a complete fail, but this is the building idea. So you can basically attach it anywhere on the vehicle. Are you ready, Reese? So I can turn the wheel. Oh, just.
It still needs more weight on the front.
There we go. It drives backwards. This is how we.
The seat round. Make it a reverse trike.
So this car.
Take it to this seat on the back.
How heavy is it? Okay, so Reese is just chopping some blocks off. Maybe this will work.
I think your turning's inverted.
Yeah, his turn is inverted. I broke the car. I broke it. Reese, before you fix it, show them what I did.
Well, I don't even know what you did.
I know what I've done. If you drop the car a moment.
Oh.
So guys, have a look at this. Reese, release the car a second. So I went to wire the car up and I wired the engines directly to the wheels. So the engine's just sending continuous power to the wheels, where we need it to be through the steering, so we can turn it on and off.